The assignment this week, students, is not meant to be too elaborate. It's meant to actually see whether or not you can manipulate the internet environment to create and complete something using multiple documents. So the first thing you're going to need is your reading. And you're actually going to need to read to set up the slides. So you have the Enlightenment slides. And here I have a slide for Thomas Hobbes. This is the example slide. I went to the internet and I grabbed a picture of Thomas Hobbes and just drug it in because you are allowed to do that on this assignment. And the reason is you don't have to cite your sources if they are part of the public domain. And so when I went to Google, I can type in Hobbes, Hobbes, and it'll come up with Thomas Hobbes. And it's rather easy to go ahead and check out the images. And all of these images are part of the public domain. So you can fundamentally just take one, drag it up from the picture library and put it into your document. If you drag it up into your Google Slide document and pull it down, it'll just kind of drop right in there. So I'm going to show you how to do that one with one that hasn't been done already. Let's say goodbye to Mr. Hobbes. And let's come down to Jean-Jacques Rousseau. This one hasn't been done already, although it has been done already. I did it in class, but I will do it again. So I'm going to click on Google. I'm going to do a Google search for Rousseau, Rousseau, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. And I'm going to go ahead and enter. And look at that handsome guy, man. He was a pretty good looking guy. Got away with a lot during his time. So did Voltaire. And I'm going to click on this one here. I like it. I'm going to pick it and pull it up into the Enlightenment slides and pull it down and drop it. And it comes right onto my page. Now, as you move it around the page, you see the little red lines that show up. That tells you where you are in relationship to the constraints of the page. I want to pull it more toward the center. There it is. And let it go. Now I want to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to grab the corner and I'm going to scale it. When I grab the corner, it's going to grow in both directions at the same time. If I don't grab the corner, I'm going to grab it this way and I'm going to distort it. And we want to minimize distortion. So let's put it back into scale. Sometimes you can do it a little bit. And if the picture's too big, you can actually click on it and then click on this icon called crop. And you can take out some of the unnecessary parts of the photo or the picture to kind of drop it in where you want it. There you go. I'll just get his head. Now I can make him a lot bigger. So I'm going to go up to this line, pull over to about right there, and then scale down. Yay, I got a good picture of Rousseau. Now I'm going to add text. And again, I'm going to find that marker. And I can actually move my text box around. There it is. Perfect. Now, when I get those lines there, you see how I was looking? I got the margin line. You need to leave margins on all sides of your slides. All sides of your slides, you need it. And there you go. If I get that center line, I know where I am where I want to be. Now I need to go to the reading, and the reading is part of the public domain. So I don't need to worry about, citing it here. I know exactly where you're getting it from. And I'd like for you to go to the reading about Rousseau and read it. And Rousseau, once again, brings up the idea of social contract in his famous 1762 work, The Social Contract. When Rousseau presents the concept of the social contract, he states that an entire society agrees to be governed by the general will. If an individual were to follow his or her own self-interest, they must be forced to abide by the will of the majority. He saw a danger in inequality in society. Under the conditions of inequality, governments and laws only represent the rich and the privileged class. For Rousseau, social inequality greatly corrupted the social contract and the formation of government. He wrote, "This means nothing less than that they will have to be forced to be free." Therefore, according to Rousseau, liberty is achieved by being forced to follow what is best for the general will. So I've read enough, and I like where I could start right here. For Rousseau, social inequality greatly corrupted, blah, 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 bring it in. Because it was best for what was at the community at large, I'll take it all the way down to there, grab the period as well, hit Control C for copy, Control C for copy, come back over to my document, click on the box, and hit Control V for paste. Now, I can now go inside this box, don't move it again, sorry, double click. If you double click on the box, it'll put you inside the box. And I could resize the font, make it bigger. All right, and you can see that I messed it up, so now I can get in there and hit backspace. If I want to get rid of the highlighting, I can highlight it and get rid of the highlighting by going up to the text and make the highlight transparent. There's a little highlighter here. You can make it transparent again. And I think that's a good slide. Now, what you also have to do is create a pictogram for everyone, the people you choose. So I'm going to come down here to Rousseau, and I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of this. And now I have a blank page. So I want to go ahead and find pictures that would get me to think about Rousseau. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to look for a rose. And hit enter. And I want to get an image of a rose and a hoe, Rousseau. And I'll take the rose, drag it up, drop it in. Rose goes in here. I'm going to put a big plus sign in there too. Rose plus hoe, Rousseau. So I'll look up plus sign. There we go. I'll grab that one, pull it up, drag it down, and move it in the middle. Rose, and then I'm going to find a hoe, a garden hoe. I'm going to find a garden hoe. There we go. I got a garden hoe. Which is a good one for me to use? Let's use this one. So I got a rose plus a hoe. That's a Rousseau. That's the way you're going to finish these slides. Do them all. Or if you want, I mean, I already have 3 of them done, right? You can choose 2 more and complete them. And then the ones that you don't want to use, just go ahead and right click on, like I don't want to do Voltaire. So I'll right click on the slide and I'll say delete the slide. And then I can delete the other slide for Voltaire. So delete any unnecessary slides in your presentation, and then you will turn this in through Schoology and I will do a video for you to do that as well. Thank you for working so hard.